everyone once again, my brothers and sisters, welcome back to another installment of I.P.W.O.C, or aka I.P.Pokemon, where other characters, which is a series I do once a month, where I compare Pokemon with some popular characters from other video game series, movies, etc., you name it. Today, it's December 31st, New Year's Eve, the last video of the year, as long as I can get it up the same day I record. We are tackling one of the very first video games, or a very famous video game series at all. Whatever. We are doing Super Mario, and I have a collaboration of 10 of I have a collaboration of 10 of the most famous and semi-favorite characters, and famous and most semi-famous characters is what I was trying to get. But anyway, ready, set, let's go. Starting things off, of course, was the main man himself. Straight out game theory, it's Mario. Jumpman Mario. And from this reasoning that I'm about to explain, Mario is Charizard. Now, Mario and Charizard both have really great strengths, but there's something that can really cripple them both by cutting both their strengths in half. From Super Mario to Mini Mario and Charizard's HP literally in half. Mario is these little mushroom things, and Charizard is, of course, the entry hazard of Stealth Rocks. Another reason I can really pick these two is the power-ups they're able to have. Mario has his mushrooms and flowers and suits, and Charizard has Charizard Y and X that were introduced in Pokemon X and Y. Going off to player 2 and number 2 of this episode, we have Luigi himself, and he is a Breloom. And first of all, they're both green, so yay, matching colors. And another thing I kind of noticed is that people might take Breloom, well, people actually would encounter Shroomish and not exactly know it's a Breloom at very first sight for everyone who was introduced to it in Generation 3, or anyone who's basically a noob in Pokemon. And they would not expect that Breloom would be a fighting type. And in Let's Plays, Breloom would probably be overexcited by other fighting type Pokemon in Generation 3, like Hariyama and Blaziken, just to name a couple. It doesn't mean that Breloom isn't useless at all. Luigi can be better than Mario in a sense. Breloom is up in OU, while Blaziken may be in Ubers. Hariyama is, I don't even know what tier Hariyama is in, but Breloom is up in OU. Luigi is overpowered. OP and OU can kind of mix in together. Next up, we got the damsel in distress, the first lady of gaming, Princess Toadstool. And of course, it's a Jinx. I can give this summary really brief. They're both ugly, and they're both next to useless. The only thing that Peach doesn't have that Jinx can is Peach's light kisses doesn't match with Jinx utterly smothering you and kissing you all over the place. Next up, King Koopa, the very main villain of video gaming. There is, unlike the ape who changed gaming, who is not on this list, King Koopa himself is Water Bowser, a Water Bowser equivalent Blastoise. We have our two turtles right here, ready to go. We got one of fire, one of water. I don't necessarily care, but it also helps with the rivalry dynamic. Mario is Charizard. And what happens when you pick Charmander, your rival would pick Squirtle. Your rival, in this case, would be King Koopa. And since your rival's picking Squirtle, it will become a Blastoise. That Blastoise will be in the final battle against your Charizard in the championship. The final match, you get nothing going back if you lose. And that's why I put Blastoise on this equivalent for Bowser. It's because of the rivalry it has with Charizard and Mario being Charizard. Next up, we got the uselessness that is a Toad. I'm going to keep this brief. Toad is obviously Fungus. Do I even need to say anything? Okay, well, I'll say a little bit something. I don't remember exactly what all these sources go back to, but the Toads were all turned into bricks. And as you defeat those bricks, you get points. You get rewarded for killing Toads. And a couple certain amounts, Fungus and its evolution Amoongus will disguise himself as item Pokeballs. Usually when you get one regular one, you receive an item, but when you encounter one with Fungus, they will attack you. So I thought a little bit of the camouflage that Fungus can provide, going with the force transformation Toad has to go for, and your quest in all the Mario games, you are kind of screwed up. You're going to basically destroy every brick you have. But the Fungus are going to fight back for you thinking much of something that you don't know much of, I guess. Next up, Yoshi. Yep, the weird little dinosaur thing that we barely don't know what it is. This is a pretty good reasoning, though. Togetic is Yoshi, for what I came to this conclusion, and it's another brief one I'm going to probably say. When we first encounter Togetic, we actually get it as Togepi that we get from an egg. And from from pretty much most of the installments that we can find Yoshi in, we find Yoshi in the form of an egg. And the fact that they each got their own starting point, Yoshi being an egg, and Togetic's pre-evolution is literally an egg. I thought he hatched from the egg into something pretty good. Yoshi is actually pretty useful for Mario, despite Mario basically being a monster to it, despite the Yoshi's keeping Mario safe as a baby. Can help with Togetic being fairly viable in competitive battle. Serene Grace's ability can be useful for some certain moves, and has Eviolite help defense. And I think that's all I got covered for Yoshi. Next up, though, we got Wario. And of course, I kind of went for Sableye. I kind of had a rough decision to make with Wario. But then I saw a little bit about Wario Shake It, or whatever the game is called. And Wario literally shakes his enemies loose of all the coins, making him, he's all greedy and stuff. And I thought Wario's search for greed and like money and that kind of stuff would work with Sableye being covered in gems and all sorts of thing, having diamonds for eyes, a ruby on his chest, a ruby, sapphire, and emerald on his back. Not to mention the gigantic gemstone it gets when it mega evolves. But here's a really good reason I have for Waluigi, a Super Mario character who's never gotten his own game to date. Sunkern! Yep, Sunkern appeared on this. Sunkern's appearing back to back in this series. So the reason why I put Waluigi for Sunkern is because Waluigi mainly appears in the sports titles games. Like you name it, Mario Tennis, blah 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 blah. And like he has sports title games and the party games and yada yada yada. And I thought being mainly a sports guy when you only see him in sports games can help with Sunkern's really good ability in the Pokeathlon, having perfect stats all around, making both these two athletes can cross over together, and you wouldn't know the difference because they're mainly useful for being an athlete only, instead of the fact that they can only be not even useful for anything else. Okay, a couple more left. The mystery lady herself, Rosalina, is up next, and this is I don't even know my reasoning behind this, but I got a little bit suggestions for BHM. BHM is like an unknown thing, an unknown psychic type Pokemon from the Unova region. And Rosalina is actually pretty unknown in the Mario games. We only get some content about her in Super Mario Galaxy games, while Rosalina has appeared in a few other games later, like in some party games and Super Mario 3D World or 3D Land, whatever 3D game is for the Wii U. I mean, they both have some unknown aspects, but they both can appear to have a great amount of power. We probably only get to know more from BHM from the anime, which the anime I barely even watch anymore. So these two unknown things of great or possibly not great at all power can kind of translate and correspond into one another. Last thing on the list. Why I said thing is because no one knows the gender of this thing. Birdo is a Ditto. So you want to know why? When you battle Birdo in the first game you encounter her, what does she do? She shoots eggs at you. And what do people probably use Ditto more for in a Pokemon game? Battling or breeding? Yeah, all you're going to be is obviously breeding, not battling at all. Ditto is really only useful for copying your opponent's Pokemon. And that these two are really only good for popping kids out like a loose gumball machine, can only translate into why each of them are one another. Now, like, people could debate that it could be Chansey or Blissey for Birdo because Birdo can create eggs in its stomach. I thought Dill being able to actually make more eggs and Birdo relying on the eggs in the battle are an overall better example. And there we have it, people. Another installment of I.P.W.O.C or Pokemon were other characters. So if you have any other games, if you have any video games, movies, mangas, whatever you name it, you can leave them down in the comment section below. Maybe I'll tackle them for a future video. I already have the next I.P.W.O.C up and going. I already have my theme. I just need to get the thinking and stuff over with. Yeah, that's going to be easy. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I guess that will be it for now. Once again, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you smack the like button down below or subscribe for more videos that'll be up here on my channel. I guess that will be it for now. But remember, people, I'm not just anyone else's Pokemon brother. I am your Pokemon brother. Signing